What if I told you the US housing market is even more overvalued than it was in 2006, right before the last crash? And what if I told you that a recent executive order might be designed to intentionally pop this bubble? Let's break this down. 3 fast steps. Step 1, the G indicator, a new way to spot a housing bubble. There's a new housing market metric you've probably never heard of. It's inspired by the Buffett Indicator, which compares the stock market's total value to the country's GDP. If the stock market's way bigger than GDP, it's a red flag. Now apply that logic to real estate. In 2000, both US GDP and the total housing market were around $10 trillion. Nice and even. A 1-to-1 ratio, 100%. But in 2006, right before the crash, GDP was $14 trillion. Housing market, $23 trillion. That's 164%. Today, GDP is around $30 trillion. Housing market, $50 trillion. That's 166%, even higher than 2006, which means we're living on top of a housing bubble. Step 2, the Trump plan. So, what's being done? A new executive order just got signed, and it's aiming to actually lower housing prices, not just make it feel more affordable, not through clever financing tricks, but by bringing prices down. Here's how. Cutting regulations. Federal agencies are ordered to slash the red tape that drives up building costs. Expanding supply. Faster construction, smarter land use, more private sector involvement. Unlocking government land, opening public land for residential development. Now here's the twist. Most past policies tried to protect home prices with programs like Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, and 30-year fixed mortgages. They made homes feel affordable, even as prices soared. This plan flips that. It's not about subsidies. It's about using the free market to bring prices back down, and it might actually work. Step 3, what happens if it works? Let's run some numbers. If cutting regulations can bring prices down just 25%, how big is that? Studies show regulations make up 24% of single-family housing costs and over 40% for multifamily. Combine that with changes to Fannie and Freddie, and yeah, prices could realistically drop by a quarter, from $50 trillion down to $37.5 trillion. That's a $12.5 trillion hit to household net worth. And that would almost guarantee a recession. But here's the thing, housing is priced at the margin. If new homes are cheaper, that resets the comps in your neighborhood. Even if you don't sell, your home value might drop. So the big question, is it worth it? Not inflated asset prices. Bringing prices back in line with real incomes and real demand? Yeah, it might cause short-term pain. But long-term, it could mean a healthier, fairer housing market. So, will this executive order pop the bubble? Crash the market? Trigger a recession? Maybe. But maybe that's exactly what we need to stop building our future on a house of cards. Subscribe for more economic breakdowns. Drop a comment. Is the housing bubble about to burst?